So you're going for kimura and you can't break that leg off as they grab it, or the hand off the leg as they grab their inner thigh, or their gi if they're in the gi. Let's take a look at that problem. Guys, my name is Bill Jones, head instructor at Top Level Martial Arts in beautiful downtown Cuyahoga Falls. You're watching Professor's Corner. Thank you for watching. Do me a favor, subscribe, like, all that stuff. And I did forget to mention in my intro, I am a black belt under master, Pedro Sauer and Tony Rinaldi. So let's get right to this technical video today, something a little different. All right, guys, so I pulled Tommy in. Again, you get to actually see him. You actually get to see both of us gied up, I guess. So the question came up from one of my students about killing the grip when you're trying for kimura situations here. So and I'm going to keep my butt off of Tommy's head while I'm talking, just so that he doesn't have to sit underneath me for a second here. But what I'm talking about specifically is, like, people will reach in here, they'll grab their gi, they'll grab their hands together, they'll grab their belt, they'll grab the inner thigh, and pinch their legs together. These are all real common things that people do to defend the kimura specifically. I'm going to be honest, it's not something that I really care about. Like, even if I can't break the grip, there's so many other great things you can go to. Like, if he wants to just, like, hold on to something, it's like, cool, just like grab your gi, come under and start giving him hell somewhere else, right? So, like, it's not the worst problem in the world. But sometimes you want that kimura, or you feel like you're just, you need that situation. So one of the things I can do when he's grabbing something is I'll show it in a minute. I'll bring my knee in and basically just use my knee to pin his hand down, and you can see that, like, once that happens, you start flattening out the hand a little bit against his body with my knee, and then from there, like, pull it up off of it. So that would look more like this. So let me have this now. So we're in this scenario, right? I'm coming in, and I like to keep my knees pinched so that my feet are slightly outside, working as a bit of a kickstand. Now I can adjust, put the knee right on there, drive it in, and use that to peel that hand off. And then from here, it's always a race to the butt. A lot of guys like to finish here. That's fine, but you see that, like, in higher levels, it doesn't really get finished there very often. There's too much freedom of movement with his head. So we want to take that to the butt, drop the elbow behind, and of course finish the kimura from here, where I can now, instead of trying to push the arm up the body, pull the elbow toward my face. Yeah, he's already tapping. Pull the elbow toward my face and basically rotate his arm around this elbow. Another really good one that I use a lot. This one comes from, so that first one comes from Pedro Sauer. This one comes from Henner Gracie. So if he tucks the hand between the legs, a lot of times from here, instead of trying to pull this up through, rotate the hips so that his knees both face up. Now lift it, and then again, take the hand behind. So what we're trying to do, right, is I can't pull his hand up through his leg, and it's hard to pull it back this way. So you just rotate his entire hip so that the line comes up through. So that one came from Henner in one of his seminars that I was at. And then this is probably the best one I know. And this one comes from Professor Jeff Curran. If you don't know who Jeff Curran is, just search him. He's probably one of the pioneers of Jiu-Jitsu in America, as far as, like, he's a Pedro Sauer 5th degree black belt, and he's just done everything. And this is one of my favorite ones. So what we'll do here, just so we can see for the camera, just kind of stay like that and just grab here. We'll close all this off in a second. I just want you guys to see what I'm doing. I'm just going to bring my hand in, and I'm going to match his hand. I'm basically going to take that fist that he has and make it not as good, right? So we come in, we squeeze it all together, and it just peels off. So what I'm not doing is, like, trying to peel a finger back like this, right? We're not doing anything like that. We're actually closing the hand and opening it this way. So as he grabs, Kung Fu hand. Yeah, giving you like a Kung Fu grip, right? So it comes in, grab, peel off. And the beauty of this now is that when I'm in here and he tucks that in, I can come in, get that grip, peel it off, and you might even have like a wrist lock here, but it's real easy to transition, again, right back behind him for the kimura. That's a great option. So now that leaves it, so those are like 3 options to break the grip, but then there's also things where it's like I said earlier, or alluded to earlier, like, let him have the grip and use other things. So one of the things I like to do is put him into a sling grip. And that's anytime I can bring his gi up around his wrist like this. And again, I'm stepping off so you guys can see the grips. Today it's more about dealing with this than the techniques that come off of it, because I think you can go kimura trap and find a million techniques. But once I've got this grip, this is a great way to set him up for various chokes and everything too, because now we've got this scenario where his arm is basically stuck. If I can get under and get this collar here, you know, we've got almost an immediate bow and arrow choke. As he reaches to defend this, you know, now we can pin this guy down, come into our situation here where we've got our stockade, start looking at, you know, rear triangle stuff, crucifix stuff, you know, all kinds of horrible things that we can do to him here. So I just love to get this grip to attack with, and it's a great way to kind of kill his arm, you know, in other ways if you don't feel like breaking the grip off, because he can just sit here and hold something while he loses. So those are some nice options, guys. I hope they're helpful to you. Been a different professor's corner this week, more technical, and again, not even like a specific move as much as like, here's some ideas to break this grip that I know is kind of a pain in your butt. Hopefully that helps. Do me a favor, subscribe, leave comments below. Talk to you later. Thanks, Tommy. I appreciate your help.